Hey everyone, Rick here, and I just got this pretty nice looking box in the mail today, the Hasbro Game Crate. Now if you know anything about these, Hasbro Gaming has decided to do their own subscription crate. Now these are not monthly, these are going to be quarterly, so every 3 months there's going to be 3 games inside of here. And there's 2 different kinds of crates. There is a family game crate and there is a party game crate. Now I subscribe to both. I believe it's a family game crate will arrive tomorrow for me. This though is the fear of missing out crate, and so it is one with some party games. Now they did say this one is more adult themed, maybe some not so safe for work content in these, but the crates themselves look okay. So this is just exactly how it came. This is the only subscription box I've ever actually gotten, so I don't know how others look, but they just slap the shipping labels right on the box here. But otherwise, the box itself looks really cool. The graphic design of these looks pretty nice. I know people were like, Hasbro, they don't do anything good. Well, just to get a couple party games, I thought this would be a great way to do that. Plus, it's kind of exciting. They said some of these games might not even be available in stores. So let's just take a look and see what's in the very first Hasbro Party Game Crate, Fear of Missing Out theme. So first, now this one they did mention, they did reveal that this would be one of the games in there. This is Speak Out, but this is the Joe Santagato edition. Now, if you've ever seen this game, it's pretty crazy. There's these almost dental mouthpiece style playing pieces that you actually put in your mouth, and then apparently you try to read some of these things and people have to guess what it is. With this being Joe, if you've ever seen any of his videos online, they're really funny, but this is going to be a very adult version of this game. So obviously, like, my jockstrap is moist, so you got to say that with these mouthpieces in, so that could be pretty crazy, and it is going to be very interesting to see how that works. Then up next we also have this Box of Rocks trivia game, which I think is hilarious. I've actually seen this before, and I was almost thinking about going out and getting this, where you will actually have rocks to see if you are smarter than the rocks, like the old saying goes. So that should be pretty funny. And we'll take a look inside of these as well. And then we also have, I guess this is just a little guide to the games in the box, so we'll take a look at that third game in just a second. And that looks pretty neat. And then also, this I didn't even realize would be in here. There's some kind of coasters or something. But anyway, they did say that there might be some other little items thrown in, so we'll take a look at what those are as well. Just some packing material here. Here is the inside of the box lid, and the last game, Judgmental. Now I have no idea what this is. So, what does this look like? You got celebrities, historical figures, all going head to head. So you apparently debate and vote, which is a lot of these, party-style games. That's exactly how they are. So that seems pretty interesting. Why don't we open that one first and see what is contained inside of Judgmental. So like I mentioned, these are, at least some of them, games that they said may not be at retail, at least for a while. So the Judgmental board here, your standard board game board, decent quality thickness with kind of a tournament bracket style look to it. Rules, with these being party games, obviously the rules are going to be very simple. So just a sheet front and back, just a spacer inside the box. Looks like it's just basically a game board with a timer and 2 decks of cards. So for example, you have maybe some different attributes here. So abducted by aliens or most bloodthirsty. And then you have, the various people. So Ryan Gosling. So you might have, celebrities or a couple of them there. pull up a card, who you think would be, you know, or most likely to be either of these things. That's just my guess, but so that seems kind of interesting, especially if you're into pop culture. I'm not hugely into that kind of thing, but it could definitely be fun, and playing games with multiple different groups means at least there's something for everyone there. So now let's take a look at Box of Rocks, because again, this looks pretty neat, and actually the box is kind of cool because this lid just lifts up right up here. So then inside of here you literally do have, and this does come with what I would, you know, you could call a meeple, so that's neat to see. But then there are also these rocks. Isn't that hilarious? So it looks like there's actually 3 rocks in here, and then there are these cards. So that is just too cool. And I don't even see any rules in here, so maybe it is simple enough, or maybe the rules are on a card or something. But that is very interesting. It should be a fairly simple game, at least the version of it that I saw. You literally will just shake the box and then look in there to see what the rocks have said while everyone else tries to also give their answer. So that's really funny. Box of Rocks. And then of course this Speak Out Adult Edition. You know, people, my friends, will ask me about Speak Out all the time and say, wouldn't that be hilarious? And I always said, yeah, but that mouthpiece thing, you gotta constantly wash it, and I'm not, you know, too terribly excited about that. But this being an adult version of the game, if there was a version of the game that I would get, it would be an adult version. So how many of these things are there? It looks like there's 4 of them in this box. So this can play up to 4 with these mouthpiece things. So you literally are going to be taking these, and they're flexible, so you put them in your mouth, and then it makes it hard to say things. Very simple concept, but you know, it could definitely lead to laughs, that's for sure. I mean, you can play Agricola all day long, but you're probably not going to get as much of a laugh out of a heavy Euro game like you may get out of this game. If that's your cup of tea, it's not for everyone, that's for sure. But anyway, very simple rules here. It is just one-sided, and I assume even without even reading these rules that you are just going to be basically trying to read these things, which do look pretty funny, and try to say them with this thing in your mouth. So that does actually sound kind of funny. I just have to get my dishwasher ready to sanitize these after every game. But anyway, this has been the Hasbro Gaming Crate Party Edition. This was the Fear of Missing Out box. You can go to the Hasbro website to check these out and subscribe if you're interested. There's going to be 3 new games every 3 months. So far from what I've seen here, it looks pretty funny. I'm actually going to probably keep the subscription going for a while. So 3 months from now, I will let you know what's in that next box. So everyone, thank you all so much for watching as always, and until next time.